So Ron, if we can kick off, the Bowmore Timeless series is a very, very ambitious concept, and one that involves, as we can see, an amazing presentation, some great marketing, and some very interesting collaborations, of course. But of course, it does all start with the liquid, which at the end of the day has to make the ultimate statement. And I suspect that's what you sought out to do. Sum up for us, if you will, what you set out to achieve with the Timeless series.
So, just to let you know, when marketing come to me with a concept, we'll discuss, the possibilities of which whiskies we could use. I was given a fairly free rein on this one, so it was, the art of time, a moment in time that created this Timeless series, which picked up Bowmore at its peak, at that kind of age range that they were looking for.
When we read phrases like selecting a selection of casks from a specific point in time when they're at their peak,
yeah,
it sounds so easy, doesn't it? But you were saying earlier on, it's a whole lot more complex than that.
It is. You would expect that a whiskey that's been made at the same time and put into the same type of cask after a number of years would be exactly the same. They don't mature like that, and that's all down to the trees themselves that were growing before they were made into staves, the staves in the cask, and how those staves reacted when they were getting seasoned before being made into a cask, how they were reacting to content, where the previous contents were matured, if it was in the bourbon warehouse, whether it's top or the bottom of the warehouse. So there's a whole bunch of different things that happen to the cask before we start using them. And from the outside they look identical, but after when you put whiskey in them, it just reacts differently. So 20 cask samples from the same whiskey with the same cask style. You will get 6 or 7 variants in there, and it's picking the variants that will complement each other. So you wouldn't go, well, I'll pick all the ones that are really heavy on raisins or whatever flavour it is you're looking for. You would want to have different nuances that you're picking, and the ones that are showing their maturity at that point. That it's more body and mouthfeel than it is on the nose as well.
You've done some amazing stuff, been involved with some really compelling projects, Ron. I saw Law, which I remember, at the Freud. Sauvignon Blanc finished, Auchentoshan, if I'm saying that correctly.
Auchentoshan,
Okay, Auchentoshan, and now Bowmore, of course. How does Timeless rate in terms of the challenge to you and also the ambition that underpins it?
I think it was the ambition that kind of drove me to, kind of cast my net wider and look at more of the stock, which has helped with a number of other projects as well, where we've identified stock that we can use in other Bowmore expressions, which will be released over the next kind of 10 years. So it's been good in that way. But it was just a joy to be able to have the time to check those samples and go through them. I mean, I've been in charge of Bowmore inventory since 2014 now, so okay, I've got 7 years with that stock, but I'm still haven't nosed every single cask that we've got, and I doubt I will have at any point. But and so I'm still picking out casts that we haven't, I haven't had a chance to nose, and getting surprised by the quality that's there.